and a major city yet to be determined in Russia.
Quote, Trump had colluded with the Russians, but not in the sophisticated ways imagined by his detractors. I also knew that the Mueller investigation was not a witch hunt. Trump had cheated in the election with Russian connivance, as you will discover in these pages, because doing anything, and I mean anything, to win has always been his business model and way of life.
Some of the detail remains classified, but much of the report was made public this afternoon. Its authors say they have high confidence that Vladimir Putin ordered a campaign to influence the election, that Putin and his government aspired to help Trump's chances by discrediting Hillary Clinton, that hacking operations were conducted against both the Democrats and Republicans, and that the material on the Democrats was given to WikiLeaks, who published it online. Putin is said to have ordered Russian government agencies and state-funded media to influence the campaign. Social media users were allegedly hired to help too.
I think that the last person Russia wants to see in office is Donald Trump, because nobody's been tougher on Russia than I have ever.
Not true, says Donald Trump's own intelligence. The nation's top counterintelligence official sounding the alarm that Russia is at it again, trying to meddle in the presidential race to help Trump.
This means that U.S. intelligence has concluded that Vladimir Putin is offering bounties for the scalps of American soldiers in Afghanistan. Not only offering money to people who kill Americans, but some of the bounties that Putin has offered have been collected, meaning the Russians at least believe that their offering cash to kill Americans has actually worked to get some Americans killed. The Russians at least believe, if these bounties have been paid out, that the people to whom they have offered this money have successfully gone out and killed American soldiers because of it, and the Russians have therefore paid for that service. And President Trump was told about this in March.
And a major city yet to be determined in Russia.
Today, Donald Trump decided to shrink two huge national monuments, and these monuments are in Utah, and his reasoning for doing so are questionable, to say the least. He will shrink the Bears Ears and Grand Staircase Escalante national monuments by more than 1.1 million acres and more than 800,000 acres, respectively. His decision also removes about 85% of the designation of Bears Ears and nearly 46% of that for Grand Staircase Escalante.
They just announced a massive carve-away from these public lands at Bear Ears and at Grand Staircase Escalante. And it's the biggest takeaway of public lands in American history, okay? But Zinke promises, quote, "This is not about energy. There is no mine within Bears Ears." Now, you're gonna be shocked to find out it's about energy. Not only that, get a load of this. It's about uranium. The thing that Donald Trump just complained about in regards to the Democrats. Oh, uranium won. Why isn't Hillary Clinton being investigated? Why hasn't she been arrested? Mueller was the head of the FBI at the time. Mueller's got a problem. Obama had a problem. Uranium, uranium, uranium. It turns out they want to privatize our public lands in case of Bears Ears so that they could do uranium mining.
So first we got news of a mysterious blast, some sort of explosion a week and a half ago in this corner of northwest Russia. We now know the explosion involves something nuclear. We know the official response to it in Russia has been marked locally by local and at the national level, national secrecy. The Russian government has not been forthcoming about what exactly happened at that missile testing site that killed, first they said 2 people, then they admitted 7 people. Over the weekend, national security correspondent Michael Gordon at the Wall Street Journal reported that 2 Russian monitoring stations that measure radiation, the 2 of those stations closest to the blast site, shut down mysteriously 48 hours after that explosion. The radioactive plume from that explosion might have billowed out like this, moving west and then south and then east day by day, sprawling out over Russia and environs. As Michael Gordon reports today, it's possible that Russia is trying to minimize publicity about the extent of the plume and the radioactive elements it contains.
And a major city yet to be determined in Russia.